Despite our advancement in science, there is still so much we don't understand about wounds and how they heal. For example, why can't we regenerate our tails like lizards? And if that sounds too extreme, why don't we heal like deer, which recover incredibly efficiently and are left with little to no scarring at all? Before we answer those questions, let's first dive into what actually happens when you get a wound. And by the end of this video, you will never look at your scars the same way again.
Welcome to Black and White Science, where creativity meets science.
First of all, let's define a wound so that we're all on the same page. A wound is a break in the skin with or without a disruption of the skin's barrier function. Now that the definition is out of the way, let's look at how the body deals with a wound. The best way to understand this is to imagine the wound as a problem and your body as a problem solver. Like any good problem solver, the body prioritizes the most life-threatening issues first. In the setting of a wound, we have 5 major problems: blood loss, infection prevention, covering the defect, restoring function, and last but not least, beauty. Which of these do you think is the body most worried about?
Yes, blood loss. I knew you were a genius. Then we can be worried about infection prevention, covering the defect, restoring function, and beauty. I hate to break it to you, but beauty is not at the top of the list right now. Someone would be long dead from hypovolemic shock before an ugly scar ever kills them. So now that we have our priorities right, let's have a closer look at how the body addresses them. To deal with blood loss, the body mounts the hemostatic phase, also known as exudative phase. Hemostasis is achieved through 2 main mechanisms. First, vasoconstriction, which limits blood flow to the wound. Then, platelet activation, where platelets aggregate to form a platelet plug. A clot forms, and the surface of the clot can dry up to form a scab. Yes, that thing your brain tells you to pick off. Please don't. You are literally resetting the entire process back to step 1. This stage can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours and is mostly complete by day 1.
Once bleeding is controlled, the next priority is infection prevention. For this, the body rolls out the inflammatory phase, also known as the resorptive phase. It relies on special soldiers, white blood cells. The main players are the neutrophils and macrophages. They follow specific chemical signals called cytokines from the injured site. These cells essentially take a taxi and follow a chemical trail, which is why the process is called chemotaxis. No, I'm not kidding. As more white blood cells arrive, blood vessels dilate and vessel walls become more permeable to allow easy access. Their job is to eliminate microbes and damaged cells. There can be collateral damage, leading to the formation of pus, which collects to form an abscess. So next time you see pus, don't be disgusted. Remember, it contains fallen soldiers that sacrifice themselves for you. This phase lasts about 1 to 3 days. The success of this phase is seen by the formation of granulation tissue, which opens the door for the next phase, the proliferative phase. Once the body is confident that intruders are under control, it's time to fix the defect. Now, for the defect, collagen fiber is laid and epithelial cells fill in the gap. New blood vessels sprout in a process called angiogenesis. The edges of the wound are brought closer together by myofibroblasts. The clot is dissolved since it's no longer needed. All this takes a few days to a few weeks and leaves a scar. The scar is temporary and requires the final touches of the remodeling phase. The remodeling phase is more of a luxury than a necessity, and that is why the body takes its time. It can take weeks to months or even years. During this phase, a few important things happen. Do you recall the collagen that was laid down in the previous phase? Well, that was collagen type 3. Do you know what is stronger than collagen type 3? Collagen type 1. So the collagen is replaced. In addition,
blood vessels regress, unnecessary cells leave, and the scar slowly strengthens. As for the beauty problem, well, evolution chose not to dedicate a phase for this, and we are therefore left with a permanent mark in form of a scar. Maybe to remind us that we are mortal after all, or maybe the body wants to remind us of the work that was done behind the scenes in order to create that scar. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.